Off in the distance to your left are the green tree-covered Magdalena Mountains, peeking from behind the brown and treeless Chupaderas, our western refuge boundary. Their ecology is so different from the surrounding desert that they seem like islands in the sky. Some desert-dwelling species escape the summer heat in these cool mountains, which also serve as a respite for humans. The Magdalena Mountains are high enough to collect and store winter moisture as snow. In summer, clouds accumulate over the peaks and develop into electrically charged thunderstorms. The mountains receive several times the amount of precipitation of the lower desert. Some precious water will ultimately make its way to the desert floor in streams above the ground or through the underground aquifers. This is a significant process in desert ecology that affects the ability of both animals and humans to inhabit the desert. The agricultural fields you will see on your right are cultivated by local farmers. Corn and other agricultural crops like milo are grown for the cranes and snow geese that arrive in the winter. The bird's primary food source is the protein-rich plants found in the wetlands, but the corn is used to provide a burst of carbohydrate energy during the cold temperatures of winter. Alfalfa is grown to replenish the soil with the nitrogen produced by the roots of the plant. The fields are rotated on a 5-year cycle, giving maximum productivity while protecting soil conditions. Each year, some fields are rested and no crops are grown, a practice called fallowing. When the field is ready to be planted, it is mowed, disked, leveled for irrigation, and then plowed. You might see an egret or even a coyote following a tractor ready to grab a mouse or bug disturbed by the equipment. As you are driving, you may see a greater roadrunner, an iconic bird of the Southwest. It is a mid-sized chicken-like bird with long legs, a long tail, and a black mohawk. They are members of the cuckoo family. And that's not what they actually sound like. Listen. They can fly, but these birds prefer to run and can reach speeds of up to 15 miles per hour in pursuit of prey. They can eat very venomous things such as rattlesnakes and scorpions, but mainly dine on lizards, rodents, and even other small birds. You can sometimes see one stalking hummingbirds under the feeders at the visitor center. To warm up after a cold desert night, a roadrunner will turn its back to the sun, fluff its back feathers, and expose its black skin. This allows the bird to absorb solar energy for body heating. The roadrunner has a salt gland that extracts salt from its blood, allowing it to go without water. So much, in fact, that as long as it gets moisture from its food, it doesn't have to drink. Another animal that is perfectly adapted for life here in the desert is the Ord's kangaroo rat. Their bodies have the ability to produce tiny amounts of water when the seeds they eat combine with the oxygen they breathe. They have specialized kidneys that allow them to dispose of waste with very little output of water. Another interesting adaptation are the pouches they have for carrying seeds on the outside of their cheeks. They allow the kangaroo rat to put seeds in the pouches without opening their mouths and losing water from their breath. Every last drop of water counts in the desert. Like kangaroos, these rats will walk on all fours, but they also hop on their large back feet. If disturbed, they can move rapidly in hops that can be as long as 6 feet. You probably won't see one of these little guys because, like most desert animals, they are nocturnal and spend most of the day underground. Throughout this tour, also keep your eyes peeled for a javelina, or collared peccary. You might spot them foraging for a tasty prickly pear cactus or roots to chomp. Many people think they are just little hairy pigs, but they're not. They're actually a peccary, which is in a different family altogether. The two families parted ways about 38 million years ago. Peccaries are smaller, they don't have tails, and their tusks grow straight down instead of curling. Peccaries also have a very strong musk gland, so if you're not in the car, you can usually smell them before you see them. And because they have such a good sense of smell and poor eyesight, they will smell you before they see you too. The name collared peccary stems from the band of white hair around their neck. However, origin of the name javelina is unclear. Some say their long, pointy teeth were described as a javelin, a spear-type weapon. Others say their name comes from the word jabalina, a Spanish word for spear that was used to hunt them in times past. And the last guess is the name comes from the Spanish word jabali, a wild boar. Either way, by the 1900s the name stuck.